It's Vlogmas day 14. 2 weeks in already. Day 14 is, I see 15. That's not gonna help me any. Did we do
I see
10?
14.
Did we do 10? I think I did because I was
You decapitated a child. 14. It's really close to 10.
Oh, it's right above it. I'm just
I was like, you're staring right at it, dude.
A hat.
Yeah.
That's what we're guessing, a hat. It's a bell. Of course it's a bell. Because why wouldn't it be? Why do I always get so defensive over chocolate?
Who knows? 10 minutes from now you won't even care because you'll be happy and eating it.
Oh yeah. Today is prep for the cookie exchange. The ladies at church are making 3 dozen cookies each and going to the church to exchange them. I want to make chocolate chip cookies in the paw print pan. That is the game plan anyway. I hope I have enough ingredients to make 3 dozen. In all theory, I should. And I'm not sure what Mom is intending on making, so we shall see. Hi! So the last time you saw me this morning, I was in a completely different outfit. Now I'm in my Yeti to party. I don't know how well you can see it. No, you really can't see it. But it says Yeti to party. The cookie exchange is later this week. I was wrong. I thought it was tonight. So I'm still making cookies. I'm just gonna, you know, say that they're a practice run. And if you haven't seen the pans that I'm using, sorry, I'm getting so close. Look how adorable they are. I got these off of Walmart. Definitely not sponsored, but so I'm gonna be using these pans, and I'm just making a practice round, you know. My dad, that was really loud. My dad ate the sleigh. He didn't really like it that much. He's not a big fan of gingerbread. Who knew? So at least he'll be able to eat this. And I know Mom hasn't really had much time to bake this year. There's been a lot of stuff happening behind the scenes that no one really knows. Well, Tiffany knows, and a few people from church know, so they know somewhat, but if you're a random stranger off the internet, hi. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's been going on behind the scenes, so this year, most of the baking will fall to me, and I'm not entirely sure what all I'm going to do. I know I'm making a pie for Christmas, and if he can keep his mitts off of these, they'll be these. And cookies from the cookie exchange. Outside of that, I don't know what else we'll have. Sorry to bring down this vlog a little bit, but I thought I would at least explain that a tiny bit. I don't technically know if they'd freak out if I told you, but hey, I'm gonna move on to more positive stuff and make a cookie recipe. This was my mom's. She got it off of somewhere. I honestly don't remember. It might have been off a pack of chocolate chips ages ago. But it's a Toll House cookie recipe, so it probably wasn't off of those. But the oven is preheated to 375. The original cook time is for 20 minutes to 40 minutes if you're doing it in a normal sized pan. I think this only takes 10 to 15 minutes for these guys, so there's that. And I'm going to turn it over to the bowl so you can see what I'm going to be doing. So yeah, there's that. Welcome back. I don't know why I just did jazz hands in front of the camera, but I did. So we're going to start with the dry ingredients and go from there. So we need 2 1/4 cup of flour. So let me get that. And that's the oven saying, hey, you know what? We're actually ready for you whenever you are. I'm not quite ready, oven, but thank you. So I'm about to trigger Tiffany. I didn't bring over a 1/4 cup. But, I mean, I have a cup, so, you know what, I'm just going to fill it a 1/4 full. and go from there. And Tiffany, if you're watching, this is when you turn your eyes so you don't see, but I am winging it. She hates when I wing it. So you know, that looks like a fourth here. We'll add a tiny bit more. Ta-da! There's a fourth. Probably not, but you know, for the sake of this, it's a fourth. I had one prepped and ready to come over, and I'm like, oh no, wait, I don't need it. So, 1 cup and 2 cup. Gotta make it ding. So, yeah, there's the flour. She's gonna kill me next time she sees me. We need 1 teaspoon of soda and 1 teaspoon of salt. I can do that. Here is 1 of soda. And here is 1 of salt. There we go. Next, technically on the list is the cup of butter, but I'm going to add in the liquids after the stuff is done. So I need a 3/4 cup of sugar and then a 3/4 cup of brown sugar. And that should be the end of the dry ingredients outside of the chips, which we add last. So a third. Do I even need a 1/2 cup? No, I brought over the 1/2 cup for nothing. Probably because I thought it was a 1/4. Oh well. So we need a 3/4 of sugar. I'm gonna pull that over. And I do actually have that right measurement, so we're good. So here is the normal sugar. Gonna pop that over where it came from and bring over the brown sugar. Which we will also grab a 3/4 of, which I was going to try and do this on camera, but I don't know if I can get this cup in here being on camera as well, because it's so tricky to get it in the first place. Oh, well, maybe I can. Why must brown sugar be so annoying to get out? Alright. Whoa. Might just be a tiny bit under 3/4 because a tiny bit didn't get in there, so you know what? Gonna add in a pinch. Just to play it safe, cover my bases, because it was just hard to get in there, okay? That is the end of the dry ingredients outside of the chocolate chips. So moving on, you need a cup of softened butter, which I melt mine because I like the way that it looks. I like it when it is melted, so I already have that pre-melted over here. But I'm going to add in the teaspoon of vanilla and the, where'd it go? 2 eggs. Again, one would think I would know this recipe by now. I've made this thing so many times with my mom and without my mom. There is my teaspoon of vanilla. I might do the eggs last. I said I was going to do the butter last, but I need somewhere to put my eggs after they're cracked. So there is my melted butter, which is technically supposed to be softened, but I do it differently than my mom in more ways than one. So egg 1, full egg in, and I think, yes, I did have a shell, but I fished it out. Don't worry, we're good. Crisis averted, unless we're talking about the one in the DC universe. Crossover season. Alright. And here is where the normal recipe would come to an end. Mom likes to add in a little bit of butter. Not butter, a little bit of peanut butter. There we go. I'm not one to add in the peanut butter, but I do add a splash or two of milk. I don't usually measure it, mostly because I don't want to. So I put in a tiny bit of milk, and then I go from there. So I'm gonna add in my chips now too, just so I can say that that is finished. I will clean up and then mix together and bring you guys back after it's well mixed. Alright, the cookie dough is pretty much done. Giving it a final quick spin. I always hand mix mine. I know, crazy when you have mixers and all that jazz, but I feel like if you hand make it, just gives it a little extra love. So I have pretty much got it to the consistency that I want, which is basically why I added in the milk anyway. So it kind of thins out the batter a little bit, so you get a little bit more, and it still tastes good. So I've already pre-sprayed my pans, and pretty much it takes only 1 or 2 spoons per paw. You fill it about 3/4, I've learned. You don't want it to be too full, obviously, but a half is just a little bit too thin. I'm going to do that, and I will bring you guys back whenever they are done. If you can ignore the dog barking, this is the final product of how they look. You get about a dozen. Well, you get more than a dozen, but you can do a dozen at a time because you can put both pans in the oven. This is how much batter I have left. I have another dozen in the oven now, so I'll be able to make at least 3, maybe 3.5 dozen by the time this is done. And we may or may not have already eaten 2. Mom had one and I had one. That is it for today. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye!